Good morning, dear students. In the last hour, we completed AC through LC circuit, parallel LC circuit. In that case, actually once we are recalling that for 5 minutes, and after that I will go for last circuit, that is LCR circuit. With that completely AC through all types of circuits were completed. What are the circuits till now we completed? Let's revise them one by one and write down that phase difference values between current and EMF in all the cases. Okay. Actually, in the last case, AC through parallel LC circuit, the current value E naught by Z, that is 1 by XC minus 1 by XL sin of omega t plus pi by 2. Okay. So in this one, what is the pi value? Pi by 2. Then what is the true power consumed in this case? That is virtual power into cos pi by 2, that is 0. What is that? 0. Okay. So this also you do remember regarding that AC through parallel circuit. And in that case, at a resonance state, the current in the circuit will be 0 and impedance value will be maximum. Impedance value will be maximum. Okay. At resonance, normally XL value equal to XC. Then omega equal to 1 by root LC and F equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So these are the formula again repeated here also in the case of AC parallel circuit. Okay, till now what are the circuits we completed? AC through resistor over, AC through inductor, AC through capacitor, LR, CR, series LC circuit over, parallel LC circuit over. Okay, these are all completed. These are all completed. One and only remaining circuit is LCR. What is that circuit? The LCR circuit only remaining. That circuit we are going to discuss now. AC through LCR circuit. Okay. AC 81, this is AC through LCR circuits. So here there is an inductor, capacitor, resistor, all they were connected in series. Okay, the inductor is here and a capacitor and a resistor. LCR. All they were connected across a AC source of EMF V naught sin omega t. Okay. Whenever we connected alternating source of EMF, the current in the circuit also changing with respect to time. Then the current value at the time of t seconds is I. The current value what here? I. So let I be the current in the circuit at t seconds. Then what about potential drop across is L into di by dt. L into di by dt. What about the charge stored on the plates of capacitor Q? Then what? Plus Q minus Q. Then potential difference what here? Q by C. And what is the potential difference across the resistor? IR. So according to Kirchhoff's law, Kirchhoff's voltage law. The sum of these three potential differences is equal to EMF. So L into di by dt plus Q by C plus IR equal to E naught sin omega t. E naught sin omega t. Now, if we solve that equation, we are getting totally three equations for current, as like in the earlier case of series LC circuits. For which cases? For the case of XL greater than XC, XL less than XC, XL equal to XC. Totally there are three possible cases. Now those we are going to discussing one by one. So by solving the above equation, the current value what I am getting is case 1. Current value I naught sin omega t. If XL greater than XC, EMF leads the current. By that here we are getting minus 5. Okay, when XL greater than XC. When XL greater than XC. So, what about I naught here? Where I naught is equal to maximum current. That's value E naught by Z. What's that value? E naught by Z. Where Z is what here? Impedance. What is that impedance value that we are getting after drawn out the phasor diagram? After drawn out the phasor diagram. Anyhow, in this case, EMF leads the M current. EMF leads the current by 5 radians. Or current lags behind the EMF. Or current lags behind the EMF by 5 radians. Now we would like to get that pi value. What we want to get here? Pi value we want to get. How can we get that? By drawing out the phasor diagram. How to draw the phasor diagram? You know well. Take the current direction horizontally. What about the potential difference across the resistor direction along the direction of current? What about the potential difference across the inductor upward? And what about the potential difference across the capacitor downward? Okay. Now, BL and BC both are opposite. Then where will be the resultant for both one? Upward direction. That will be in upward direction. What is that? BL minus BC. What is that value? BL minus BC. So it is a net potential difference for both one. For this resultant and VR, the resultant direction will be what? The final RMS value of potential. That the net potential difference will be in this direction. That is the direction of net potential difference, that is V, where V equal to what is root over VR square plus VL minus VC whole square. Okay, the resultant of both one, these are two perpendicular vectors. For two perpendicular vectors, what will be the resultant? This one. But you know well, what is the V value? V equal to Iz. VR value IR. VL value IXL. VC value IXC. That values if you substituted here, what we are getting? Z equal to root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Okay, that is the impedance value that I am writing here, root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square. This is called net potential difference across the circuit, and this is called impedance. What we call it the impedance. Okay. And what is the phase difference between both one? Between net potential and the current. The direction is phase difference pi. Then how do we write the tan phi value? Tan phi equal to opposite by adjacent. Opposite what here? VL minus VC. So VL minus VC by VR. VL minus VC by VR. What about this value? XL minus XC by R. XL minus XC by R. That is the tan phi value. Then phi value what here? Tan inverse of XL minus XC by R. It is the phase difference value. Do remember it well. This phi value that much. Okay, phi equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC by R. And in this case, what about the power consumption here? Power consumption equal to, or true power equal to PV cos phi. What is the PV? Virtual power. That means virtual EMF into virtual current. Virtual EMF into virtual current. Cos phi value what from this? Cos phi equal to VR by D. That is R by Z. What is that value? R by Z. So if you write that here, PV into R by Z. What is the Z value? This is that you write there. What you will get then? PV into R by root over R square plus XL minus XC whole square. That is the power consumed in this circuit. Okay. In the case of 1, what is case 1? XL greater than XC. XL greater than XC. Similarly, there is second case. What is that? XL less than XC. What next time? XL less than XC. That case we are going to see here. So by solving the above equation, the current value what we are getting here is I is equal to I naught. It is case 2. I naught sin of omega t plus pi. I naught sin omega t plus pi. Okay, when XL less than XC. When XL less than XC, then this is the current value. Where I naught value what here? E naught by Z. Okay, Z value what here? That we are going to write some phasor diagram like this. But if you wrote that, if you draw out the phasor diagram, the equation for B what we are getting? Same like this. VR square plus BC minus VL. What we are getting? BC minus VL whole square. So Z value then what? R square plus XC minus XL whole square. XC minus XL whole square. Okay. That is the Z value. So Z value what we are going root over R square plus XC minus XL whole square, that is Z value. And after that, what about the conclusion here? EMF lags behind the current. EMF lags behind the current by 5 radians, or current leads the EMF by 5 radians. That is the conclusion for second case. XL less than XC. What is that case? XL less than XC. Now, what about the phase value here? Tan phi equal to XC minus XL by R. Then phi value tan inverse of XC minus XL by R. Okay. And what is the average power consumed here means the average power consumed equal to PV cos phi. That's value PV into R by Z as usually. That's value you should get it as root over R square plus XC minus XL whole square. That is the average power value consumed in this circuit of XC less than XC greater than XL or XL less than XC. In that case, that is the average power consumed in the circuit, and that is the phase difference. And this is the impedance, and this is the maximum current. Okay. So with that, second case over. Okay. Now third case. By solving the above equation, there is possibility of getting the current equation as case 3. The current equation also you may get it as I naught sin omega t simply. I naught sin omega t only when XL is equal to XC. XL is equal to XC, where I naught mean E naught by Z. But you know well, whenever XL and XC both are equal, at that moment the circuit is working under resonance state. So at that moment Z value, how much, that we are going to see here. In the formula of Z of earlier cases, if you substituted XL equal to XC, what is the Z value we are getting? R. Z value actually root over R square plus XL difference XC whole square. For either case 1 or case 2, combining it, we can write like this. If XL and XC both are equal, what about Z value? Equal to R. Z value what here? Equal to R. Okay. So by that, in this case, Z is nothing but impedance. That value is only R. It is small value. R minimum. Z value minimum. Whenever Z is the minimum, what about I naught value? E naught by R. This is called maximum. And this is called a minimum. So from this, what is the conclusion we can write down here mean? Under resonance state, that means whenever XL equal to XC, Whenever XL equal to XC, then impedance value minimum, current value maximum, current value maximum. And in this case, from what I do, from this equation and this equation, what is the conclusion we can write down here? Current and EMF are in phase. They are not having any phase difference. So EMF and current are in same phase. That means phase difference value what is 0. What is the phase difference value? 0. Okay. At that moment, what about power factor and power consumed in the circuit? Okay. So power factor value, that means cos phi. Cos phi value will be maximum. And what about cos phi r by z? Sorry. What is the phase difference between current and EMF? Both are in phase. Okay, that's okay. This is correct one. Power factor equal to 1. What about the power consumed? Power consumed in this circuit. How much? PV cos phi. Right, average power consumed. Average power consumed equal to PV cos phi. PV value what here? PV value, that is EV IV cos phi. Cos phi value. What is cos phi value? 1. Okay. So what we are getting now? E naught I naught by 2. That is half of maximum power consumed in this circuit. E naught into I naught means maximum power. Okay. So into that half of the value has to be consumed and the remaining half of the power has to be wasted out in the form of heat. In the form of heat. Okay. So with that, power factor, average power consumed over, and next thereafter we would like to write down. But I am talking this totally for which case? For resonance state. This case. Do remember, this total theory, what I am giving you now, related to this case only. Already previously 2 cases over. XL greater than XC, XL less than XC, all them are completed. Okay. Now, average power consumed we discussed the value over. After that, in the resonance state, XL greater than XL equal to XC, right? Whenever XL equal to XC, what about the current value maximum, impedance value minimum? Okay. At that moment, what about the XL value L omega equal to 1 by omega C? Then omega value what here? 1 by root LC. This is called resonant angular frequency. What we call it? Resonant angular frequency. That resonant angular frequency formula is. And what about the resonant frequency? Resonant frequency equal to F equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. 1 by 2 pi root LC. Okay. So do remember all these points. Next, after completed 3 cases of current equation, one for XL greater than XC, 1 for XL less than XC, 1 for XL equal to XC. After discussing well all these cases, now I am going to give you the topic called quality factor. What next time? Quality factor. Okay, that we are going to see. Actually, quality factor is a number which is giving you the information about maximum current under resonance state. See here, for example, if you plotted the graph for LCR circuit, if you plotted the graph across frequency and current, the graph shape you are getting like this. That is the shape of the graph we are getting for current and frequency of LCR circuit. For this circuit, the curve we are getting like that for current and frequency. Now you are observing clearly at particular frequency, so called resonant angular frequency. This, if you represented a resonant angular frequency with F0, so whenever F is equal to F0 means this only. At that F0 value, what about the current value? Maximum. Current value will be maximum. Okay, so this is the curve what we are getting for current and frequency. And you may draw the graph even for angular frequency and power consumed. Then also the curve we are getting like this. Then the frequency corresponding to maximum power consumption is called angular frequency. Resonant angular frequency. What we call it? Resonant angular frequency. Like that, whenever we plotted the graph for frequency current and angular frequency power for power, we are getting that curve. Now, what is the use of quality factor? What is the information it will give us? Okay, that I am going to tell you. See here. Actually, I am going to construct a electronic circuit. Whenever I want to build up a circuit by LCR circuit especially, I have 3 sets of LCR circuits like this. It is 1, it is 2, and it is third one. Like that, totally 3 LCR circuits were constructed with different values of LCR. For that circuits, actually I want to use any one of them. But which one I have to prefer now? The circuit of more current which can generate a resonance. For example, for the 3 circuits, the graph what I plotted between current and EMFs are like this. One is for this first one, it is for second one, and it is for third one. Then which one is the preferable one here? Obviously third one, because at same frequency of AC, current value will be maximum. At resonant frequency, sharpness of this one S2, sharpness of this one S3. Okay. Whenever sharpness is more, then it can able to generate more current at angular frequency, resonant angular frequency. By that is more beneficial to us. That is more beneficial to us. By that, in these three, which one having more selectivity? The selectivity whichever having, the selectivity will be more for the circuit, whichever having more sharpness, right? So by that, in these three, selectivity of third one greater than selectivity of second one greater than selectivity of first one. Because sharpness is more for third one. Yes, mean you may let it as selectivity also. So here selectivity value or selectivity will be more. That means which one we are selecting immediately. Mean for the circuit whichever having more sharpness. Okay. In the resonance curve. In the resonance curve, whichever having more or frequency curve, which one having more sharpness, that we are preferring. So by that in these three circuits, which one I have to select? Third one. Which one I have to select here? Third one. It is first one, second one, third one. But third one preferable here. Because the same frequency I can produce more power and more current. More power and more current. By that third one preferable here. But whenever you have three circuits like that, how do you know immediately their sharpness value? How can we know that when you don't have curves like this? If we don't have the graphs corresponding to current and frequency, then how can we know that sharpness or selectivity for the circuits? That selectivity we can know through this quantity called quality factor. What is that? Quality factor. So by that do remember, quality factor is a Q. It is a number which gives the information about the selectivity of LCR circuits. Selectivity of LCR circuits. Okay. How can we get that number value mean from the formula what we have see here? There are totally three definitions for quality factor. There are three definitions for quality factor. What are those meaning? Definitions of Q. Definition 1. Q is nothing but ratio of potential difference across L divided by potential difference across R. Potential difference across L divided by potential difference across R under resonance state. Under resonance state. So, what is the potential difference across inductor IXL divided by IR? I value will be maximum at that moment. Anyhow, I cancel. What is XL? L omega naught divided by R. Because selectivity we are doing under resonance state only, right? Under resonance state only, curve will reach to peak value. By that, the frequency at that moment is angular frequency, resonant angular frequency. What is the resonant angular frequency value? L by R into root over 1 by LC. That value is solved is 1 by R root over is a quality factor formula. If you apply this formula for these three circuits, immediately we can get Q value and selectivity also. Whichever having more Q value, that is said to be having more selectivity. That is said to be having more selectivity. Okay. So that is first definition. Second definition of this, potential difference across C by potential difference across R. Okay, you may write like this also. What is the potential difference across C? XC divided by IR. What is XC? 1 by omega naught C by R. 1 by omega naught means 1 by root LC divided by CR. If you solve it, what we are getting? 1 by R into root over L by C. Same formula we are getting again. It is a Q formula, one more. Same formula. But we have obtained from another definition. Third definition. That is a resonant angular frequency by bandwidth. Resonant angular frequency by bandwidth. What is resonant angular frequency? You know well. If you plotted the graph across power and angular frequency, the curve you are getting like this. Okay. Then this is called maximum power consumed in the circuit. Now, what is the meaning of resonant angular frequency? You know well. It is omega naught. But bandwidth means what here means? That is the difference of angular frequencies for the value of half of the maximum power. See, at the half of the maximum power, if you draw out a straight line, it intersects the curve at 2 points. Then at this angular frequency, the power consumed in the circuit will be equal to half of the maximum power. Half of the maximum power. So how much we are getting? The difference of these two is called bandwidth. So bandwidth means the difference of angular frequencies of AC for which the power consumed in the circuit, is half of maximum power consumed. Half of maximum power consumed. So here resonant frequency means omega naught divided by, this is called difference of frequencies, that is omega 1 and omega 2 difference. Now we can also write it as omega naught by delta omega. Omega naught by delta omega. Bandwidth means what here? The frequency of angular frequencies of AC for which the power consumed in the circuit equal to half of the power consumed. Half of the maximum power consumed. Okay. What about omega naught value? 1 by root LC. And the delta omega value, do remember, that is equal to R by L. This bandwidth value, this is R by L. That's derivation is irrespective to us. So I am not discussing that. Okay, directly do remember, very simple. Bandwidth value R by L. So here R by L. But if you want to see the derivation, I will send you if anybody asks me in the WhatsApp. Okay. But it's not necessary, and I don't want to waste your time. By that I am not telling this. But if you want to see that derivation part of that, I will send you if you ask me. Okay. What about this value R by L? And the value is equal to 1 by R root over L by C. 1 by R root L by C. So finally, Q formula will be same whatever we have in first definition and second definition, same formula. Similarly, there is one more definition, fourth definition of the C. Q is equal to 2 pi times of power or energy stored divided by loss of energy for one time period. Okay. Whenever you take an LCR circuit, the energy stored means maximum energy stored in an inductor or capacitor you may take. But here I am going to take in maximum energy stored in the inductor, that I am writing here. So what I will get here, 2 pi into half L I naught square divided by what is the energy wasted out for one time period of cycle? Do remember, loss of heat energy for one time period. How can we write it? Mean heat energy produced equal to formula what for heat energy? I square RT, I square RT. Already know well. So heat energy produced equal to integral because it is AC current. IAC square R dt with the limits of 0 to t. If you solve it, integral 0 to t I naught square sin square omega t R dt. If you solve it, the answer what we are getting is I naught square R by 2 into t. Loss of heat energy for one time period is this much that I am writing here. I naught square R by 2 into t. Okay, please note down this point and note down that derivation of loss of heat energy in the AC circuit. Loss of energy in the AC circuit. Okay. How did we solve it? Heat energy equal to integral 0 to t IAC square R dt. IAC value what? I naught sin omega t. So I naught square sin square omega t R dt equal to I naught square R t by 2. That I have written here. Okay. Now, how much we are getting? 2 cancel. I naught square cancel. 2 pi by t omega, that is omega naught into L by R. Omega naught into L by R. 2 pi by t omega naught. Okay, because this discussion, complete discussion only in the resonance state. By that, while you are writing frequency or angular frequency, you should write only resonant frequencies. What we should write here? Resonant angular frequency. So omega naught into L by R. What is omega naught? 1 by root LC into L by R. So if you solve it, the answer is 1 by r root of L by C. This is the Q formula from fourth definition. From fourth definition. Okay. So with that, quality factor and its importance and definition all are over. Okay. So with this one completely we were completed 8 circuits. Okay. AC through resistor, AC through inductor, AC through capacitor, AC through LR, CR, series LC, parallel LC, LCR circuits. Completely 8 circuits were completed. Okay. And next thing, actually, see here. Okay. Let's say one example problem here. DC of A amperes superposed with AC of B sin omega t. B sin omega t. Okay. What is the effective value of current? Effective value of current. Effective value means what? IRMS. What is that? IRMS. So they are asking simply IRMS. But data, it is a DC of A amperes. It is the AC of B sin beta amperes. Then what about the net current value in a circuit? The net value of current is A plus B sin omega t. Because I value equal to IAC plus IDC. Okay, IAC plus IDC. Now, what about IRMS square value? IRMS square equal to integral 0 to t I square dt divided by integral 0 to t dt. Integral 0 to t dt. So substitute that value here. Integral 0 to t A plus B sin omega t whole square dt by t. Right? With the intervals of 0 to t, the value what we are getting is t only. How much we are getting it? Integral 0 to t A square plus B square sin square omega t plus 2ab sin omega t dt divided by t. Okay, what will we get now? See, A square into t. Direct writing here. Integral dt means t plus b square into integral 0 to t sin square omega t dt plus 2ab integral 0 to t sin omega t dt divided by t. x square omega t means 1 minus half 2 omega t by 2 dt plus 2ab integral 0 to 3 sin omega t dt divided by
T.
50. So here, if you solve this equation, then you can get the answer. That is actually whatever answer you are getting, you write here, and thereafter you write IRMS. It is IRMS square. It is IRMS square. I hope that integration you can do it by that. I am leaving that part for you. Okay. Next after that, IRMS equal to root of this value what we are getting. Okay. So do this part as your job. Okay. Fill the blanks what I left over here. Okay. Thank you so much. With this one, all circuits we were completed. In the next hour, we shall discuss problems related to all AC circuits. Thank you so much.